On my naming day, when I come 12, I gone front spear and killed a wild boar. He probably been the last wild pig on the Bundle Downs. Anyhow, there hadn't been none for a long time before him, nor I ain't looking to see none again. He didn't make the ground shake nor nothing like that when he come onto my spear. He weren't all that big, plus he looked poorly. He done the required, he turned and stood and clattered his teeth and made his rush, and there we were then, him on one end of the spear, kicking his life out, and me on the other end, watching him die. I said, "Your turn now, my turn later." The other spear's gone in then, and he were dead, and the steam coming up off him in the rain, and we all yelped, "Off it!" The whole thing felt just that little bit stupid, us running that boar through that last little scrump of woodland with the forms all round, cows mooing, sheep baaing, cocks crowing, and us foraging our last boar in a thin grey gurzel on the day I come a man. The burnt arse pack been following us just out of bow shot. When the shout gone up, their ears all pricked up. Their leader, he were a big black and red spotted dog. He come for it a little like he'd been going to make a speech or something, till one or two blokes up at bow, then he slumped back again and kept his farness following us back. I took notice of that leader, though. He weren't close enough for me to see his eyes, but I thought his eye been on me. Coming back with the boar on a pole, we come along by the river. It were heavier wooded in there. Through the gurzel, you could see blue smoke hanging in between the black trees and the stumps pink and red where they'd been lopped off. Alder trees in there and charred coal burners in amongst them, working their hearts. You could see one of them in there with his red jumper, what they always wear, making charcoal for the iron ready at Widder's dump. Everyone made the bad luck go away sign when we passed him. There's a story, call it Heart of the Wood. This is it. Heart of the Wood. There is the heart of the wood in the user's story. I'll write down the user's story when I come to it. That were a stag, everyone knows that. There is the heart of the wood, meaning the very deep of it. That's another thing. There is the heart of the wood where they burn the charred coal. That's another thing again, innit? That's another thing. Burning the charred coal in the heart of the wood. That's what they call the stack of wood, you see. The stack of wood in the shape they do it for charred coal burning. Why do they call it the heart, though? That's what this here story tells of. Everyone knows about bad time and what come after. Bad time first and bad times after. Not many come through it alive. There come a man and a woman and a child out of a burning town. They sheltered in the woodlings and foraging the best they could. Starveling were what they were doing. Didn't have no weapons, nor didn't know how to make a snare, nor nothing. Snow on the ground and a grey sky overin, and the black trees rubbing their branches in the wind. Crows calling one to another, waiting for the three of them to drop. The man, the woman and the child, digging through the snow they were, eating moors and dead leaves which they vomited them up again. Freezing cold they were, nor didn't have nothing to make a fire with to get warm. Starveling they were, and near come to the end of their strength. The child said, "Oh, I'm so cold, I'm afeard I'm going to die. If only we had a little fire to get warm at." The man didn't have no way of making a fire. He didn't have no flint and steel, nor nothing. Wood all round them, only there weren't no way he know it of getting warm from it. The three of them were ready for Auntie. They were ready to total and done. When there come through the woodlands a clever-looking bloke and singing a little song to hisself. "My rodin's been so hungry, I've grown so very thin. I've got a little cookpot, but nothing to put in.